Okay, Virgo, this is going to be your Equinox reading for the season. I'm just going to do a beginning, middle, and end for you, and then we are going to do a couple of cards for anchors or teacher cards for the full season. Okay, so for the beginning of the season, the card represents you is the Nine of Cups crossed by the Nine of Swords. So this to me is talking about while you may feel that things are okay in like a vibe or emotional sense, there's little anxiety ideas in your mind and in your thinking mind that are really eating away at you. The background for this is going to be Ace of Wands. So I think this could talk about something new that you're pursuing that you feel in your like heart space really good about, but all the practical tiny detail concerns are really starting to like weigh on your mind, and not just starting to, they're in this really loud mode, but as you move into the future of that, you're looking at the Six of Swords, so things are going to be moving along in those concerns, and that might just be that, you know, some of the considerations that you're looking at are really, you're trying to really, you know, game out every possibility. So as time moves forward, you know, some of those eventualities are just going to be gone. As you move into the middle of the season, the Six of Wands really points me towards you are gaining a success in this new thing that you pursued. So something about this worry area moving forward is really that a lot of the worries that you have about this are not going to hinder the actual success of the operation. With the Empress crossing that, I think it's really about considering that you may not think that you deserve this this victory, and when I say that, it's more like you're not acting like you deserve this, or representing yourself as if you deserve this, but coming out of the Knight of Wands energy, this is something that you're really passionate about and you've been moving towards. As you move into the future, the energy is the Four of Swords, so I'd really say it's about focusing on quieting your mind, because the other avenues, your passion, your heart, your drive, are really in alignment and pushing you forward. But that sword area of the thinking mind really needs to rest and allow the scenario to play out without feeling like it has to be involved in every minute detail. Really open yourself up to trusting the other parts of your knowing that aren't all intellectual. As we move into the end of the season, you're represented by the Three of Swords, crossed by the Ten of Cups. So something is going to be painful about detaching yourself from trying to game out every mental possibility. Usually that focus on that mental anxiety and worry is trying to take the place of an emotion that is trying to come through that you are trying to drown out with lots of thoughts. So when you let yourself rest those thoughts, the emotion is going to come forward. And sometimes that's just about honoring a loss that you've had, honoring something that didn't work out the way you wanted it to, and letting yourself feel the heartache for it. With the 10 of Cups crossing that, though, I think the weight that's going to be lifted from your shoulders when you allow yourself to feel that feeling is, 10 of Cups is fortune after difficulty. Really acknowledging that there's difficulty will push you into this realization of beauty and of achievement in something beautiful that that everyone hopes for. The background for that information is the Hermit, which I think means that this is something that is an internal pattern that you are uncovering and understanding about yourself. And as you move forward, it looks like the Queen of Swords. So this is going to be something that you actually can speak to for yourself and understand that creating those mental boundaries within yourself of recognizing when you're having, an anxiety spiral or something that, are you trying to cover up some type of feeling that you really need to have and you really need to honor in order to, quiet the mind and let an emotion come forward. So Queen is all about, creating that inner structure for yourself. Boundaries are, not always external. Sometimes it's a real important layer to be able to have them with yourself. I'm going to draw 3 more cards just as anchor cards for you to keep in mind as you move through the season, to help you anchor yourself as you move forward. Ooh, wow. Okay. We have the Tower, the Moon, and the Sun. So really big feelings and big themes coming through as your teachers this season. I think that just speaks to the importance of this inner mind space that you're going to be working through, and how vital that is to what your understanding of yourself is. The Tower points to me that there's going to be parts of it that you feel out of control about, and that's maybe what's going to be the catalyst for how you can see something in a new light. The Tower is all about being able to acknowledge that there are things that happen that are out of our control, but wow, on the other side of that, look at all the things we can control, and not letting the threat of something you can't control wash you out from taking care of the things that you can control, and just recognizing where you're holding too tight and where you're holding too loose. I'm sort of surveying that as a whole. I think has a lot to do with that mental anxiety piece that we were talking about. The Moon and the Sun together, I really think speaks to honoring different types of knowing in yourself. As you move through this, starting with this 9 of Cups energy reflecting you, don't discount, because there's a lot of mental anguish and situations going on. Don't discount the really strong resources that you do have, and that being able to use your mind so strongly is actually a great resource. But what the cards are asking you to do is really to look at, where is it centered with the sun? Where is it nourishing you, or are you using it in a way that actually is hindering you? Keeping yourself centered on what nourishes you is really what the sun is asking for us to do.